What's up, everybody? It is Thegoal60 here for Friday, August the 4th, 2018. Got a lot to go over today. Had a lot of action yesterday, even more of it today. So, yesterday we did have two official plays. One was a C bet left over from the first half of the week in the Angels, and they just could not get it done. They lost by 2, and we had them on the run line, so that is an official loss. And we also had the start of a series, which was a revenge play with the Reds. And they had a terrible inning in the third where they gave up 6 runs and they were just really out of reach after that. But we did score 4, ended up losing the game 10-4. So we look to rebound on that one today. We also pick up another official play and also another unofficial play. The unofficials yesterday, there were 3 total. They went 1-2. Or 2-1, excuse me. They did have a winning record yesterday. So we carried that one unofficial over to add to the new one. And we get started, and we have even more beta tests to look at. Alright guys, so like I said, a lot to get into. I just recapped everything from yesterday as far as the 2 systems that we run right now. Now we'll go over all the games, talk about how the beta test did, and then move into everything that's brand new and everything that's starting up today. So as far as the Baltimore, Texas series, we had the under 10.5. They did score a lot of runs. In fact, both the games, the total was so high. We had under in both of them. Both of them pushed us to B bets because they were a lot of points or a lot of runs scored. So Baltimore, Texas is going off again today, and there is no line currently out for that. Also, the Yankees and Red Sox yesterday scored quite a bit of runs. That was one of the unofficial plays that did cash, with the Red Sox winning 15-7. But that we also on the beta test had them under 10. They go again today at under 8.5 plus 111. So you're getting plus money there. Next up, we had Toronto and Seattle. No line at the time of the video on the side, but the over-under showed to go over 9, and that is too high for us, so we passed there. San Francisco and Arizona, we did have an unofficial on that side on Arizona. They did lose. They go again today at minus 190. And the beta test, we had 7.5 under, and it was too low for us to take, so we had to pass there as well. Atlanta and the Mets, we had Atlanta would have been the side you look at, but it was too high at minus 164. So we passed there on the sides. You look at the over-under was 8.5. We'd said to take the over at minus 121, and they scored 6. So therefore today, we're taking the over again. Now today, it is much lower at 7 at minus 116. So hopefully they can get over that low total. Chicago and the Padres, the beta test showed them of going over 8.5. We had them minus 110, and they did score 7. So missed that one by a run and a half. We'll take them again today. And there is no line out yet for that game as well. Cincinnati and Washington, of course, that was our official play where we lost 10-4. But like I said, if we could have got through the third inning at all, it would have been fine. Or second inning, excuse me, we would have been okay, but they just gave up so many runs in that second inning. 6 runs total. Made a pitching change that quick in the game. It just blew up there. But really played pretty decent after that. Really only gave up 4 more runs the entire game. We scored 4, so we were right there in the game to be such a heavy underdog. It was just that second inning that just really killed us. We've had a lot of that in the last week or so, where one inning of a game is just, it's like the death knell there. It's just, it'll get you. But anyways, in the beta test, it did show to go over 8. That did cash. Miami and Philadelphia was the last series that was playing yesterday, and we did not have a side on it, but we did have the beta with the over 8.5, and it did lose. They scored 7. They go again today at 8.5 plus 100, so it's even money today to go over 8.5. All right, so like I said, I apologize. There's so much to go over today. I'm pretty much just having to read these off because I know it's going to be a quick video, and I've actually got to get out of here. Tomorrow I'll have a little more in depth as far as once some of these games gets eliminated with wins. So as far as starting up today, we do have several series out. There's two series that do not have a line at all, and that is the total, that is the side, that's everything. They don't have anything published yet, so we'll wait and see what happens there. The first of those is Tampa Bay at .506, taking on the bottom three White Sox at .447. So you're going to look at Tampa Bay there. Of course, you know the parameters by now. We're looking at if they're the favorite to be around -150 or lower. If they're the underdog, to be on the run line, and still the price be around -150 or lower. Also, they're at 0.6 and 0.5. That's 1.1. So we're waiting to see what the over will be. If it's 8.5 or lower, we're fine. If it's 9 or above, we're not. It's eliminated. And that is still a beta test. So keep that in mind. We're still trying to work out the kinks and figure out the parameters and adjust parameters to see what we need. Next up, we have the Angels and the Indians. Now, the Angels did lose for us yesterday, causing us to have an official loss, and they are at .505, while the Indians are at .500. So they are the 5 points above. We just have to see what the price is. I feel like the Indians are going to be favored here at home, since the Angels are on a losing streak, and we'll see what happens. Also, it's 0.1 and 0.8. Therefore, once again, we're looking for the over, same as the game I just mentioned above. So that does leave us with 5 series that do have prices out right now. 2 of those were potential revenge plays. I'll talk about those first. One did not make it at all, not even an unofficial play, and that was with Detroit at .466 as a revenge against Oakland at .521. Obviously, that one, because of RPI, was eliminated completely. The next one actually made an unofficial play, and it is because of price. The revenge is actually on Minnesota at home against the Royals. Right now, Minnesota's at .478, while the Royals are in the bottom 3 at .446. You look at the price on the Twins, and they are -190, and that's the reason it's an unofficial play. As far as the one official play we have is Houston and the Dodgers. Now, Houston is at .534 and in the top 3, while the Dodgers are at .519. You look at Houston, and it is a coin flip game at -108, so that will be the way we're going there. Well, Houston -108 is the second official play for this weekend. Of course, we've got the one left over from yesterday with Cincinnati on the run line, and now we're picking up Houston as a slight underdog, but we're still taking the money line there for the value. The next 2 games did have prices, but both of them were eliminated because of RPI. The first one is Colorado at .514 against Milwaukee at .513. Remember, we've at least got to have a 5-point gap. That one was eliminated. And also St. Louis at .504 against the Pirates at .502. So that one also was eliminated. Now, as far as the beta test for these 5 games that I listed last, let's talk about the first one, Detroit and Oakland at .4 and then -0.3. That gives us a 0.1. So we look at the under 8.5, and it is plus money. It's plus 104. After that, we have Houston and the Dodgers at .0 and .8. That's a .8 total. And the line right now is 7. So we're looking to go over 7 at -110. After that, KC and Minnesota at .4 and .3. That gives us a .7. And the line is 9. So we're going to pass on that. It's too high for us. Colorado and Milwaukee at .1 and -2. At 8.5, we look at the under, and it is -101, so we're looking at that. It's almost even money. And then St. Louis and Pittsburgh at .3 and .8. We're looking at the over 8 because that is a 1.1, and the price is actually plus money on that as well. It's plus 102. So that is all for those. Of course, I'll give the rundown and just to say the kind of recap on everything because it is a lot of information at one time. Alright, so I'll try to run through these fairly quickly, but enough to where you can understand them, and if you're taking notes or keeping up with them or fading or passing or whatever you want to do there. So official plays, we do have a B-bet Cincinnati on the run line at -136. We've got Houston on an A-bet at -108. On unofficial plays, we've only got 2 of those as well. We've got a B-bet with Arizona at -190 and an A-bet with Minnesota at -190. As far as the beta test that we've been running with over-unders, we've still got a lot of plays here. Of course, we're looking for parameters to knock some of those out. We're trying to, keep funneling down till we find the group that gives us the best chance to win. That's just as simple as it can be. As far as B bets left over from yesterday, we do have a handful of them. Baltimore, Texas, there's no line currently. New York and Boston, under 8.5 plus 111. Atlanta and the Mets, over 7 minus 116. Chicago and San Diego, there is the over, but there is no line currently. Miami and Philadelphia is over 8.5 plus 100. And when I said Baltimore and Texas, it is the under. I don't remember if I said that or not, but there is no line there. As far as A bets, we picked up 4 today. Detroit and Oakland, under 8.5 plus 104. Houston and the Dodgers, over 7 minus 110. Colorado and Milwaukee, under 8.5 minus 101. And St. Louis and Pittsburgh, over 8 plus 102. That is a lot of information. Sorry, but it's pretty much like this video. I just pretty much just sat there and read off the page the whole time. That's because it's super early in the morning and that's a lot of information. But hopefully it can help you. Like I said, follow, fade, or pass, whatever works best for you right now. You know, it's well documented that things have not went our way completely the last few weeks. So if it makes better sense to fade, then by all means, do so. Whatever works for you. But at the same time, hopefully we can pull out of this and finish up strong. So have a great Friday, heading into the weekend, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Thanks.
60% of the time, it works every time.